gotta think of how I'm gonna start this one. The boys. I'm gonna be like, we them boys.
We them motherfucking
We
boys.
the boys. Freaking. Why are they called the boys?
I think it's because they're all guys.
Yeah, but isn't there a girl in there?
Well,
Kimiko.
could be a boy
Starlight.
too. So it's 2024.
Yeah.
We could have. She could be a trans. You know, not to be.
Is she?
Not to make fun of them.
Starlight got a lot of surgery done.
Dude,
Yeah,
honestly, I
her
got
face.
so bummed out when she did, and I was like, "What the fuck happened to you?"
Yeah,
She was cuter with like the way she was.
I noticed progress as the series progressed because I binge watched all of it pretty much.
Yeah.
I was sick, and so I watched all of the seasons in like 2 weeks,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, what's happening to her face? And then I'm like, maybe it's just they're doing more makeup or something like that. And I look it up later and like, yeah, she got a whole bunch of plastic surgery.
I don't know
and
why
she's saying that she didn't though.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. I hate when actress and actor say, "Oh, I never did." Bro, really?
But
Cool.
if you did it,
Like,
there's nothing
you
wrong
did
with
not
it.
look like. Yeah, it was nothing wrong. Just say
Yeah,
you did. Like,
yeah,
bro, hey, you
yeah.
want to look better? Fuck it. That's Hollywood,
it's
bro.
It's your money.
It's your
if you want-
money.
yeah, whatever you want to do with your body, that's you.
Hey, shit.
You good, but then you start saying,
Don't
like,
lie.
oh, no, I didn't get it done. Like, bro, it's obvious. Like,
Bro,
we
you
all
got that
know.
fucking what's that guy from the Fairy Odd Parents? The chin guy?
Oh, the Crimson Chin.
Crimson Chin.
Crimson
Oh,
Chin.
she
Yeah,
gonna
you
go
can tell her
like
chin
Crimson
progressively
Chin
get
and
longer
shit.
and her cheeks.
Yes,
like,
dude. I'm like,
swollen.
bro, you're not
I mean,
fooling
we
anybody.
can tell, but
You're not
yeah.
fooling anybody.
But you know who we are here with today? The boys.
The boys. We are the
We
original
boys.
boys.
Our boys came out before. No,
Then
actually,
they-
no. They
they
came
got-
out with first. I think we're fucking jacking their
We're
shit.
just the buddies. We're the buddies.
We're the boys. We're the Blue Room
We're
boys.
the Blue Room boys.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Review Room.
What up? What up?
I'm joined here with Joel and the freaking popcorn from Regal. These still ass popcorn that have been sitting here for like 3
Actually,
days.
it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
I tried it. It was
Did you?
pretty
Oh,
alright.
I
I
wouldn't
mean, it got
try
stuck
them.
in my teeth, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
I wouldn't try it, dude.
Oh, fuck.
You're
No
gonna
one,
get
I'm trying to use the
freaking-
restroom right
You're
now.
gonna get COVID-25 with these things.
Bro, I don't think COVID could take me down right now. I had that shit so many times.
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about the Boys series, the Amazon series. There's no other show called The Boys, right?
No, I think it's just Boys,
I feel
Amazon.
like I saw another movie that was called The Boys.
I think I got moved. Oh, no, it's not. It's not Netflix. No, I hadn't
Yeah.
moved up to Netflix.
Yeah. No, I feel like there was another show called The Boys or another movie called The Boys, but so I watched it. You watched this as it was coming out, right?
Yeah.
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 And when did do you remember when the first season came out? Because there is 4 seasons.
I think it was like 2020.
2020.
I think it was
Yeah,
2020.
it's a fairly new series,
Yeah,
right? It's not anything that came
no,
out
like
a long time ago.
2021, 2020. Yeah. Yeah.
So recently I got freaking COVID, dude. I got COVID 25, and I was freaking at home for a week, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Since we got freaking Marvel dude here, superhero dude. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of superhero movies. I talked about that in freaking Deadpool Wolverine, but I was like, he kept telling me like, Joel kept telling me like, hey, you should watch this one. It's something different. Not regular Marvel movies that you usually see. And I was
Like
like,
it's superheroes, but it's something what Marvel and Disney and DC wouldn't
it
do.
wouldn't do exactly. And I'm like, I guess
I'll check it out.
I got nothing to
I
do.
got it, I'm
I'm not
home.
watching any shows.
Yeah.
I might as well. I got Amazon. I guess I'll watch it. And yeah, it was fucking a lot of gay shit, dude.
That I will say. I'm not gonna sugarcoat and say, no, you're just tripping. No,
Yeah.
there were some.
Yeah, for sure. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting the gore right away because the first
Like,
for the first episode pretty much has the build up of one of the main characters called Huey.
Yeah.
Friggin' his girlfriend
Girlfriend
gets friggin'
run over by A-Train.
Friggin' disintegrates into bits, and I was like, all right, so it's gonna be this kind of
It's
gonna be
a good kind of show. I was like, okay, it's starting off good. It's starting off good.
And then I'm trying to remember what was the first gay scene.
I think it was like orgy, wasn't it?
Was it?
Or was that like throughout that season? I don't
I think it
remember.
was throughout the season.
I think it was that season or second season.
You know what? Actually, it was the first time when they showed the invisible dude naked,
Oh yeah.
and
yeah.
I was like, all right, I wasn't expecting to see a friggin' penis
You're
first
like-
episode, but all right, I guess. And it just progressively got even more and more. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you guys like that, if you're gay,
Hey, that's you guys.
That's
Hey.
okay. It's 2024.
We
almost
don't
2024.
judge
Yeah,
anybody.
we don't judge, but
anybody.
that shit gay as hell.
No, I know. There's parts where you're just like, okay, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But it's funny. They make up for it throughout the season or
Yeah,
throughout the
exactly,
episode.
yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know. I feel like if someone was watching me, they see me visibly uncomfortable. Like what? Like I'm like
they're gonna be like, "Are you okay?"
Kind of shifting my seat. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Like even at work, when you say you used to, what you because I kind of like
I was
rotate the phone
at
so
work
that-
trying to catch up on the episode. Once I finally came back, I had like 4 more episodes to go, and I was sitting with my phone, and someone walked behind me. I had to kind of tilt like my phone, so I'm like, and turn my brightness down so you guys don't see what I'm
And
looking
no
at.
matter what, I don't think there's not one season where there's not even like either nudity.
There's
a
no.
sex scene.
I actually counted them. There's no episodes where there's no nudity.
All of them carry
literally
one.
every single episode has at least one nude scene
Yeah,
in
one
it.
nude or a sex scene.
Yeah, or a sex scene, and then so me watching with my phone over here
Trying
trying to
to-
fucking.
And it's unexpected because you don't even know when it's popping
Yeah, no,
up.
and then literally you're watching a very serious scene. I don't know where it cuts to a sex scene. You're like, wait, what the fuck?
Right?
I gotta put my volume down,
Homeboy
dude.
drinking breast milk
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
and yeah, for sure it is. It is something completely different. I've never seen anything like it. It does a really good job of normalizing or making the stuff in superhero movies that isn't mentioned into like real life. Like
Yep.
for instance, there is a section with Huey, the one of the main characters, where he teleports.
Yeah.
And you think, okay, when you teleport, you're gonna teleport to this location, but this dude loses all of his clothes, and then I'm like, well, it makes sense. The clothes don't have the superpower. The only
It's
thing
you.
teleporting you is you, so he teleports and he leaves all his clothes.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well that's cool. That makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. Something that's in reality. Again, A-Train running into stuff and disaggregating
At
with
a
that girl.
certain
Yeah.
speed, of course, you're gonna make some damage.
Yeah. It's just like stuff like that where it normalizes, like if you were to put a real superhero into a real world, what would actually happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it did a really good job of presenting that world.
Yeah.
And then also presenting the fact that putting it into the dark side, like let's say for instance, if I had superpowers, all the stuff that I'm gonna do is not gonna be necessarily good.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And it puts that into the minds of people because that's how people are. Like
Mhm.
if you think of like these people that are in power, once these people are in power, they kind of start doing shit that they wouldn't normally do.
Hmm.
Now, if you put a person that's like normal person and you put them into power, they're gonna start doing. It's just kind of like a
Like a
it's something that will happen regardless who you give power to. Eventually, they start becoming corrupt, and it's just
because they feel that empowerment. You're like, oh shit, like I'm better than anybody.
And that's just human nature. That's
Yeah.
that people since the dawn of time have done that. People that have always had money live up at the top of the hill, and people that are poor live at the
on the
bottom.
yeah.
And that's just how it's always been. And so it puts that perspective of the superhero being put up into a pedestal where he knows that he's like, I'm better than all of you guys.
Mhm.
Like physically, mentally, financially, I'm better than everybody. And it puts you into the perspective of the fact that these superheroes might not always be so selfless,
Yeah.
and they're more self-serving.
Yeah.
More of their interest in mind.
Yeah.
And I like the show.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It kind of tells you from a standpoint of what, like, kind of how, like, tying up how what you're talking about, how the difference between Superman and Homelander, which is
Yeah,
Homelander is like
exactly,
the Captain America, Superman, in this show, I would say. But there's a part, the airplane scene, where even Maeve is like, hey, like, ram, pick up the airplane,
The plane,
kind of something like
Save
Superman
everybody,
would do.
Exactly.
But homie's just lazy as fuck. He's like, nah, like, bro, really? Like, at this speed? Like, he
it's
was
like,
making
I
up
can't do it.
excuses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that guy just shows you, like, damn, bro, like, he was a fucking dick.
Yeah, it
He's
right
a
away from the
fucking
get go.
asshole.
I remember the first couple scenes, it paints him as like, oh, he's a superhero.
Yeah.
But after like kind of like where the cameras turn off, then you're like, oh, this dude's an asshole,
Yeah,
dude.
like, anything that doesn't, like, involves with him being in camera or people that are looking at him, he's like your
the
savior,
Captain America,
Captain America,
yeah.
But off camera, he's just like, man, I don't go fuck.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's
yeah.
on them, you know?
And then you realize right away how self-serving he is. That like stuff that doesn't benefit him, he's like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
exactly.
do
Like,
that.
have someone else do it,
Yeah,
Like,
and then I really like the tie-in also to the whole like persona of them being on camera.
yeah.
Like their image to the public is like everything to them.
Kind of like here, like,
Yeah.
with law enforcement or just the
Yeah,
government
like
in general,
politicians,
politicians,
celebrities. Yeah,
Celebrities,
like
yeah.
you imagine you see a celebrity beat up someone and you're like, oh, what the fuck? They cancel this dude.
Mhm.
It's the same thing with those superheroes where they have an image that they have to portray,
To portray
on camera
on,
or
yep.
to the public.
Yep.
And it kind of ties into like making them celebrities, I guess, on top of the fact that they're also superheroes.
Yep.
And I like that it shows that it's like it normalizes people that are celebrities not being. I feel like people, when they see celebrities, they think, like, for instance, like, let's say you're a big Chris Evans fan.
Yeah.
Now, what if you met Chris Evans and he's a fucking asshole, dude?
Yeah, see, that would change my image.
Yeah.
Like, damn, like seeing him from either interviews and movies and how he is, it's a completely different person.
Yeah, exactly. And if you think of like people that look up to this person, even though they've never met
Never
them,
met
never
them.
seen them in person, but they look up to this person, and then they give that image that they're like selfless, that they help others, but then when you see them behind closed doors, they're like, man, fuck all these people,
Like,
dude.
fuck
They
this-
always want to take photos and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And like
Autographs. and stuff.
you get to see a little bit of behind the scenes from
Yeah.
the show,
Mhm.
of what it's like to be behind on the other side of being celebrities. And honestly, we can't cover all 4 seasons because there's so much that happens.
Yeah.
I think with so many seasons, so many episodes, we should prefer that we talk about more like talking points of like highlights that we liked
Like,
about the show,
Mhm.
characters that we like, things that we weren't expecting.
yeah.
Obviously it's spoilers for the whole season, but I mean this.
I'm pretty
it's been out
sure
for a while
everyone
already,
has,
yeah.
you know, maybe
It-
for the new season, which is season
season
5.
5 comes out 2016. It's
Yeah.
actually still.
Oh, so
another
we
2
were
years.
in season 4.
We were season 4, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Season
okay.
4 was the most recent one with 8 episodes, and then season 5 is scheduled to come out 2026.
Damn.
So it's still another year and a half, 2 years before it comes out.
They could have done it in 2025.
yeah. So already highlight points that I liked as far as like characters, scenes, and things that I didn't like. Well, I guess let's start things that we liked before we freaking shit on the show.
You're like, I don't want to, you know,
then I'm
give
gonna
it a chance.
and
Give it a
start
chance.
talking bad and right about it. So it is a superhero movie, so I'm not a big fan of superhero stuff. But it kind of gave a different take on this, and it's kind of like that. There's an animated series too, right?
Yeah, there's an animated series,
It's
yep.
separate from
Separate
The
from-
Boys,
yeah,
but it's
something,
the
yeah.
same style. Of
They even have a show called it's like a spin-off of The Boys.
Is it?
It's like a university, like, I think it's called
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I saw on the related thing for the show. It came
Yeah.
up on one of the thumbnails.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
I think Gen Z. I
Was
think
it?
like
Yeah.
Gen V. Gen V or
V?
Gen Z, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like, you know, but it's like university
A
kind of
spin-off,
thing.
a spin-off, yeah.
But for like, if we're talking about like best season for
Yeah.
me, probably would be season 3.
Season
I
3.
think that's the one with Soldier Boy, right? I think
Soldier
it's
Boy. Oh,
yeah.
I kept doing this joke with. I was watching it with my sister actually, because she's already seen The Boys, and every time they would say Soldier Boy, I would go you.
Oh yeah, because of the rapper.
Yeah, and then I found a soundboard on my phone,
Uh-huh.
and I was waiting for one episode. I forgot which episode it was. I was waiting for them to say Soldier
Soulja Boy?
They didn't say it. Like pretty much the whole episode, I'm standing there with my
You're
finger on
dumb.
the
You're just about to press it.
and like the last 2 minutes they say Soldier, I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yo!"
dude, you're all excited for it.
Yeah.
You finally press
I
that
had that
shit.
shit connected to my Bluetooth speaker and
Oh
like
my
play that shit loud as hell. And my sister's like looking at me like,
Like, bro, really?
bro, come on,
No, but I
man.
could see that. Like, I thought about that too. I was like, isn't that really like a rapper? When I
Yeah,
first
yeah.
heard about Soldier Boy, I was like, isn't that a rapper?
The first thing I thought of as
Was
Soldier
him,
Boy, I was
yeah.
like, oh, I mean, it's not Soldier Boy, it's
But
Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy,
but-
yeah.
Yeah. So what did you like about?
So how
season
he
3?
was, how serious
Yeah.
and how just fucking like
He was
I
good.
want to say like a maniac, but
He-
he was just like
he was looking kind of racist. wasn't he?
racist. No, yeah, I was gonna say racist, but at the same time, he was just like fuck you, we're doing it my own way. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm your boss. Like, you know, I'm the leader. Like you do it my way, or I'm gonna kill you and shit like that. You know,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what kind of persona that is, but I think it's just like
I don't know, just like a very dark,
like a very dark
If you had freaking Hitler and Captain America put
put together, or
yeah.
like a Captain Hydra, kind of like like
Oh
someone
yeah,
like
yeah,
someone like that. But like if Captain America was just a racist, you know,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, and the fact that just his person, like his character, kind of seemed like a badass, but like he was just like I would say
Yeah, I mean,
know,
if you think of freaking,
too old school.
if you think of like a 1930s dad that goes home and beats his wife,
Exactly, yeah, that
like,
type of guy. But then got brought into the modern
yeah,
world
into
now.
the modern world now. Yeah,
So that's, you know, he seemed pretty cool. He was kind of like funny at certain times, kind of badass how he would beat up people and shit.
yeah,
But you're just like, damn, like, you know, I'd be scared to be in his team.
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Like freaking turn around on you and kill
yeah,
you
and
too because
fucking
you're not
beat me
listening.
up and bully me and shit. Like, I just think his person, like his character, like, you know, who, like the way he was portrayed was pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
I think I liked his character and that show in general, you know, because
Yeah.
you could tell the fear in Homelander, because I think he was the only one that was like his top strength.
that,
Like he
that,
was
that on
kinda
the same level as
same
him.
level,
yeah.
and like the fact that he was trying to go kill Homelander, you know, he was like most of the episodes in that season, Homelander was just like stressed and fucking
Yeah,
like
that
where
dude's
is he?
getting gray hairs, out
gray
of his
hairs
pubes.
and shit. He's like, fuck, like bro, like this motherfucker's coming after me. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So I immediately thought of like a 1930s dad that freaking comes home from work and he's like supper
"Where?
isn't ready yet.
What the fuck?
Yeah, starts freaking
beats
beating
up
his
his
wife.
son and shit.
I feel like if you were on his team, he'd be like, "All right, that Mexican boy gotta go.
Come here.
Yeah, come here."
You're talking shit to
He's
me?
gonna keep telling you,
You
boy,
talk-
boy.
Boy, you talking back to me? You don't want to go across that field? Come
Yeah.
here.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's how. Yeah, that guy. But I wouldn't say like, you know, my favorite was Homelander too. But he had his days where he's like kind of badass. You know, you're like, damn, he's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, he's
He had a lot of polar opposites.
Polar
where he was
opposites.
where he was like badass, and then over he like turns into like a bitch for like an
you're
episode.
like you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, and then it goes back again,
Yeah.
and then he just
Mhm.
like flip flops, and it makes sense because his character is like a psychopath or
Yeah.
like has a bipolar disorder.
bipolar
because, yeah,
disorder, which is like, bro, like,
Yeah,
are you a
because-
friendly or a?
Yeah, there's conversations where everyone's all like, "Oh, chill," and then there's one scene specifically in season 4 where he's like, "Oh, we're chilling," beams some girl that's like there.
Oh yeah, because he's like telling her like, oh, something about like Starlight, right?
Yeah, that he thought she was the leak.
Yeah, and he was like,
leaking
oh,
some
like
plans or
we
something.
won't hurt, you know,
We're not
things
gonna do
happen. He's
anything
like,
to you.
he was-
Pow, just
yeah.
freaking lasers her and her.
Yeah, I
fucking
feel like
shit
some
falls
kind
apart.
of issues, you know.
And it goes like that. He goes from polar opposite. Literally all 4 seasons. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, children, bow.
Yeah.
Chill."
And that's how he was. But I think for like, if I had to pick, I picked season
Yeah.
3, Soldier Boy. But if I had to pick like one genuine character to either to bring back
yeah.
or like to pick like was my favorite, I would say Black Noir, the OG,
Black
not
Noir?
the one that was
Not
talking
the one that
in-
came back like a fucking
Yeah,
float.
fly. Yeah, exactly. No, the OG one. That one was
the
like,
one that didn't say anything.
the one that didn't say anything.
Yeah.
You know, like his vibe was just like, damn, this fool.
The
you know,
dark
you don't
as
fuck
hell.
with him, you don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like my favorite, like, I wouldn't necessarily say season or episode, would be the whole series. I think it was the first one, actually, the first season.
Oh, the first season.
The first season, where like the whole story arc of Huey,
Mm.
because it puts
They-
you into like the seat of like a
regular
normal
yeah.
person, yeah,
Mhm.
getting thrown into this world with superheroes,
Mhm.
and specifically when I think at the end of the first season where they end up killing the invisible dude.
Oh yeah,
And
translucent. I think that's his name, right?
Was
Translucent.
it translucent? Oh yeah, translucent.
Translucent,
Yeah. They end up making fun of him a lot for saying translucent, that
Yeah.
he's like it's not invisible.
Yeah.
About the whole translucency, like the meaning of translucent.
Mhm.
But his story arc at the beginning, where it kind of, I wouldn't want to say it starts like his like trail of blood, as he kind of turns from a normal person into like a killer,
Yeah.
but a very like soft spoken, because technically throughout the seasons he does kill people.
Yeah.
And he does become a killer, but like the first kill is where it's like he's this normal person and he ends up freaking hitting that button and then blowing up
Blowing you
translucent.
up, yeah, because he tries to get away, right? Like
He's trying to get out, and
Yeah.
he ends up making the choice to blow him
to
up.
blow him up. Yeah.
And that's kind of what starts like his like
His fall, or like his
fall from
arc.
like innocence
Innocence
into
to like someone that wants to kill the soups.
Yeah.
But he knows that they're corrupted, so he's like,
Yeah,
fuck this,
exactly,
like they're
yeah.
giving too much power, like, they're not doing anything about my dead girlfriend that really got killed right in front of me.
You can tell like the whole thing of like also a correlation to real life when
Mhm.
stuff like that happens in real life. Some big companies kind of try to hush stuff,
Mhm.
and that's why a lot of conspiracies come up with like, oh, this company's paying out this person because they
Mhm.
got this person killed.
Yep.
And it's a parallel to this.
Yep.
Another thing that I did really like, and I liked on the 4th season, was the parallel to the election,
Oh,
with one side being like the crazy
Like with the girl, right?
conspiracies and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Specifically, what was her name?
Newton.
Firecracker.
Firecracker.
right?
Yeah, I was thinking
Firecracker?
about the other one.
Right, Firecracker. Yeah,
That's the one that
that she
sparks
can
some
do
shit.
sparks
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff, right? How she's like the spreader of misinformation and stuff like
instigator
that. Yeah,
and-
instigator. She's the one that's always like, she's the one that leaked that Starlight had an abortion.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to say like a certain political party, but there is correlation to a certain political party that does like to spread misinformation, that likes to go with conspiracies
Yep.
over facts.
Yep.
And then the other side that it's like more based off of like facts, but at the same time also they kind of start pushing too far
Mhm.
into like oh, we gotta save everybody kind of thing, like, oh, we gotta
Protect everyone.
yeah, protect everyone and stuff like that, and like even if they're bad kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Mhm.
And so it draws a parallel to at least here in the U.S., like our current political
Kind of
climate.
how it is right now.
Yeah. And I like that they make fun of that.
Mm-hmm.
That there's like that our politics is so messed up that like we can't even take it serious anymore.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of the times you don't know what's fact and what's fiction, what's made up, and specifically what the media tells you.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's funny because like I think I seen this a couple of days ago where it's like they put Trump and Kamala Harris's picture, and then above they said, I think they on the middle there was like, oh, same person, whatever, and they put Homelander right under Trump, and then they put that girl that blows up your head.
oh,
and shit.
Newman. Yeah, it's literally
like
them.
that. Mm-hmm.
It's same parallel.
Yeah.
It's literally them. And where you have one character that's supposed to be like the good character.
yeah.
Like I don't want to say good or bad sides,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
you have Homelander that's supposed to be like this self-serving person that has his own
Patriotic
interests.
person
Yeah.
that's so here to help you and save you.
And then you have this other person that's like, oh no, we want to fight for the rights for
Yeah.
everyone. That
Mhm.
someone that you consider more liberal, but in reality, she's not a good
She's
guy
not the-
either.
yeah,
she's
yeah.
not a good guy either. There's no good guys in this situation, and parallel to our politics, where it's someone. Each side's always trying to poke holes at each other, and then they're always saying, "Oh, they're the bad side," but in reality, none of them are the good side.
Nope.
They're both the bad side.
Yep.
And I like that the show makes fun of that.
Yeah.
It's like that's what our political climate is, and there's not much really that the regular person can do.
Mm-mm.
It's just like you're at the will of these people that we consider politicians that maybe have like superpowers, like because they have power in
Yep.
our government. It's literally
This,
it's literally the same thing. It's literally the same thing, and I like that the show made fun of that.
yeah, and it kind of like you said, like it kind of ties up to it where it's like, oh shit, like that's how it's happening right
That's
now.
what's happening right now.
Yeah.
That's like, I can turn on the news and I
And
can
then-
see that shit in real
yeah,
life.
literally Homelander's Trump speaking.
Yeah, exactly. And what were some things that you didn't like about the show?
I think in some episodes where they should have kept certain people alive. Like I think it could have kept going longer. I think with like Soldier Boy, I think they could have made him a bigger part.
Yeah, because they kind of got rid of him and they put him in the ice chamber thing, or the cryo
well,
chamber.
then again, after season 4, they kind of showed him again.
Yeah.
What else? I feel like they could have done better with Kamiko's. I thought after season, I think it was in season 4, they started showing flashbacks of how she was made and who she was fighting, and this other girl that got introduced. I wish we could have seen that a little sooner.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we did, but I probably must have forgotten. Those little small things. I really wasn't really invested in like the boys, because like again it's a show and stuff. Shit changes in the show. It's not like a movie where it's gonna stay there forever. But I think they could have done better also too with Butcher's like arc. I feel like they could have gave him better powers. They could have had more fight scenes with Homelander.
Yeah,
because always like, oh yeah, it's every other episode was like, oh yeah, well you and me are gonna have our own.
Yeah, we're gonna
last
have
dance.
our own.
We're gonna have a.
But it never happened.
It
right?
happened with Soldier Boy, but it was just like them two always teaming up against Homelander. I wish it was just like a 1v1. Like, what's up? Like, let's throw hands right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Or maybe they're saving that for the last, because the season 5 supposedly supposed to be the last season,
one.
right?
Yeah, it's like the last one where it's like it ends. So maybe we'll see that there.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it there. Yeah. One thing that I didn't like was the fact that and I mean I'm not, I don't want to say that I'm like against, because I keep saying that there's so much gay shit, but I mean that's fine.
Yeah.
What I didn't like was the fact that they made Frenchie bi.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because it's literally season 1 and 2 had none of that.
And I thought
I thought it was just he's gonna go with Kimiko because he saved her.
And he's always by her side.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking that's the way the stories go, but I don't know where. I think it was season 3.
Season 4.
Was it season 4? I thought it was the end of season 3. When he was hanging out with when they do the flashback to the other girl, like the Russian girl.
Oh, the Russian girl.
And then the guy that overdosed.
Oh yeah.
So there it's hinted that he was bi at the end of season 3, I think it was, and then it's confirmed in season 4. But I'm like, they didn't need to add that. Like his character was already completing, and it's kind of like if his sexuality did like a side quest, and then came back to Kimiko at the end.
Because at the end of season 4 is like they kiss or shit or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I feel like all of that part didn't need to be put.
Nah. They should have just kept it with like
Yeah,
Kimiko.
like that was like the reason why he left, and that the CIA ladies
Oh, the old lady?
grandkids got killed.
Oh yeah,
was
yeah.
because like his friend was in danger. It didn't
Yeah.
have to be that it was like his lover kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't like that they did that all out of a sudden. If they started with the show like that at the
him
beginning,
being like that
then
would have
I'm
been
like,
fine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. But they did it like halfway into the show, and I'm like, wait, like where did this come from?
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that was I think specifically the one thing that I didn't like, that they just throw like this curveball at you in the middle, and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Like, what's going on?
When did this happen?
Yeah,
like I've
yeah.
known this character for almost three seasons now, and like out of nowhere now I'm finding out that they're bi. Yeah,
I know, and that part I didn't even expect either from him, because I was like, okay, I didn't see that coming, you know, like, okay, he's
Yeah.
gonna fall in love with Kimiko or some shit.
yeah. Well, that's the way that the story followed.
Next you know,
yeah.
I see the episode where he's like sleeping with the guy, and I was like,
yeah, like wait, what?
what the fuck?
What happened?
Like,
Yeah,
no, I think they start kissing first, and then it ends
oh
up,
yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
Like, what am I watching?
You're like, this shit gay as hell.
Yeah, and luckily I was watching it like, you know, when people were around. I was
Yeah.
like, oh hell, no, imagine they see me watching that. They're like, what the fuck is
Like,
watching?
Joe, what you watching? Dude?
Yeah, dude. Like, okay, we're concerned
Why
now.
you keep replaying the same
Yeah,
section?
right. I keep going back 10 seconds every time. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
would have said no. Like,
Yeah, no, for sure. I was like, the show could have done without that
definitely
side quest. But
Definitely, yeah.
yeah, another thing that going back to things that we really liked, I liked Butcher's imaginary friends.
Oh yeah.
That whole twist, I was like, what?
I did
the
not expect
fuck?
that, bro. I kind of got hinted a little bit. Like, I think it was when he said, when he was waking up that scientist, the Arabian
Yeah.
guy. Every time I noticed that he was responding to him.
Yeah, that he was only responding to
Went to
Butcher. Yeah.
So I was just like, that's weird. Like, is he just ignoring him, or like,
Yeah.
or is that like, is he more mad at Butcher? You know?
Yeah.
And then when he was like, oh, shut the fuck up, when he told the
When
wife,
he
I was
told
like,
the wife,
what the fuck? How?
he's like, you can see it. No, for me, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I did not see that. I was like, well, he's like, shut the fuck. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, like-
wait, did they bring the wife back to life?
Yeah,
Or
that's what I said, or-
that's the first thing that I
Yeah.
thought. And then, but then he's like, yeah, that dude wasn't real. That dude died, like he said, in the cave somewhere.
Yeah, he like
in
lets him to
Afghanistan
die or some
something,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
I was like, that's great. And then I forget what that actor's name is. He came out also in The Walking Dead. as
Oh
Negan.
yeah.
Do you remember his name?
I know the guy's name in Walking Dead, but I don't know his actual name.
Yeah, his real name.
Real
Yeah,
name.
but he did a really good job of playing that freaking like the psychotic side. It's like the good angel and the bad angel.
Because the
for
wife
Butcher,
was
yeah.
a good angel, and he was just like, nah, fuck this, we're killing everybody, you know?
And once obviously his Ryan, the wife's son, kind of like turned his back on him. He was like, all right, well, the dark side now is gonna take over. Now we're gonna.
And you know, another thing too about that little parasite that's in him, supposedly, you know, playing, well, I'm gonna say Negan, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The character that's in his head, that tells you that he wants to get rid of the soups. So I'm
Exactly,
guessing
yeah.
that little parasite is like, fuck it, we're evolving. We're gonna take over. Fuck the superheroes. We're gonna fuck all superheroes up, so then I can stay alive. Because
Yeah.
like, it's its own entity, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a Venom / like Resident Evil like virus, because that's that Compound V. I think it's something that, you know, gets evolved with. I forgot how it went, but like, I think it doesn't go its way.
Yeah.
So instead of giving you superpower, it gives you that, you know, fucking tentacle, like whatever.
So I actually had a theory off of why those tentacle things happen. I was thinking, because you know how he was taking the temporary V and it was kind of creating
Like fucking him like a tumor or something like that.
something in his brain. I was thinking that it was like a side effect that the temp V was making the virus that the scientist was trying to make to kill the soups. That's what I was thinking. It's kind of like a correlation that he was. There's a section where the guy's synthesizing like the. Do you remember when they go like into the barn?
Yeah.
And then they have like the
Like all
lab
the
all
fucking-
messed up and
yeah.
everything like that. There's a section where it shows that they have the temporary V. One of the rats.
I think a rabbit or rat.
But was it a
I think a rabbit.
Rabbit, or it was a rabbit? It has a temporary V, and then he develops those.
The tentacles. Yeah.
So I'm thinking that they use that. They're gonna reveal that. Theory, obviously, in season 5, that they use that temporary V to synthesize the virus that's supposed to kill the soups.
Kind of makes sense.
Because this virus technically is killing
Butcher. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's keeping him alive, kind of
Yeah.
like Venom, you know, like
Yeah.
if he's I think Eddie was dying too, right? He's keeping him alive, you know, so it's like kind of like same thing with Butcher.
Yeah.
And Butcher, when he's in the hospital, he looks all fucked up. He looks like
that
drained.
dude,
He's
but
like just out
his
pale.
freaking eyes are all
And then
messed
when he
up.
comes back to kill Newman, Homeboy's like
Yeah, he's
10
back to
years
normal.
younger,
Yeah, he's
like
back
5
to
years
normal,
younger. Yeah,
yeah.
back to normal. So it's like, all right, we make a deal. Like, if we kill these soups, I'm gonna keep you alive, but you know, we gotta You need
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Keep our end of the deal.
It's that part of his brain that's
Yeah.
taking over.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like later on in season 5, also another theory that he might actually become the villain,
Butcher.
Butcher,
I could see that
because I can see it as like the virus,
taking over him.
it being the virus now, not Butcher's not
Butcher
there
no more.
anymore.
Yeah.
That the virus actually becomes like the,
That'd be crazy.
because you know how they always do the thing where it's like where you think it's the bad guy, but then there's actually another bad guy that's worse than the original bad guy.
Yeah.
I feel like they might do that for season
And hopefully
5.
we'll see
Yeah.
our Homelander and Butcher fight
Yeah,
scene.
exactly, and
Maybe
we'll
that's
see.
the reason we're like, hey, now fuck this. Like, we're fighting.
Yeah, they're gonna have that
That
final
duo,
clash
yeah.
at the end. Yeah. What were some things that you thought were too much?
Like, too crazy.
Yeah.
I think like the orgy parts.
The
I was
orgy
like,
parts,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
like, okay, bro, relax. Like,
Yeah,
that's a little too
like,
much.
We didn't need to throw that in
Like,
there.
I think it was a Herogasm.
Herogasm.
I was like, what the fuck is going on
I
in there?
kept hearing people tell me. I had 3 different people tell me like, "Oh, you gotta watch Herogasm," and
Yeah.
I was like, "Why do you guys want me to watch this, man?"
Herogasm was a little
what
too
the fuck
much.
is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, I think that one was a little too much, bro. Like the part where I think the little guy goes inside his penis
Yeah,
and he starts
at
like
the beginning.
massaging.
I think it was
like,
the first episode of season 3.
season 3. Yeah, I
Or
was just like,
season 2, season 3. It was the first episode of one of the seasons. I remember I took a break from it for like 2 days so that I could kind of reset after the season. And I watched that one. I was like, what the?
what are we watching?
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, the episode that I thought that was too much was that dude with the big ass dick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when he slaps the MM at the end.
MM,
I was like, damn, bro, what kind of superpower was
yeah,
that?
just the whole thing of him because he comes out before the Herogasm
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
And then after also, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like,
Uh,
bro, whose writer was this?
right? Like,
yeah,
someone
who
had a
wrote this
fucking
character,
imaginary
dude? Yeah.
like idea,
Yeah.
like put this fool in his,
I, don't know,
in his
I
show.
thought that was too much. Oh, actually no. There's one more part that I thought was too much,
Which one?
where one of the guy, I think it's Homelander or one of the bad guys, they get like a tape or something like that, or something or an email or something where they're like, oh, this is the answers to all this stuff. And then they played the video and it's a fucking ass in the toilet.
Oh,
and you see a fucking ball and cock and balls and
No,
stuff.
I think it was Newman.
Was it Newman?
Yeah, King Butcher sends it to her because he's
Yeah.
like, oh, like I got evidence on you, something, and she's like, what the fuck? And like she opens it, and it's like a fucking bowl, and she goes, oh, come
it's
on.
It's the freaking camera from inside the toilet bowl,
Yeah.
and you see full ass,
Yeah.
full freaking cock and ball.
Cool,
I'm
yeah,
like, God
yeah.
damn,
I think
dude.
Butcher sends that to Newman. She's like, what the fuck? Like, what is this?
That was actually the scene that I was like, all right, man, they got chilled.
Yeah,
now.
bro. Yeah, I was just like, okay, they're going a little too
and
far with
thankfully
this.
they didn't go any more further than that.
Yeah.
That was the craziest that they got, at least for me. And yeah, that's the only time that it shows a freaking bare
But-
asshole.
Yeah,
It's
bro. I was
freaking-
just like, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah, I was like, I don't
Someone
know
had
what
hella guts to even put that.
Yeah,
like,
who was that?
I bet it better have been Butcher.
Yeah,
I
because now
swear.
you know what it looks like.
Yeah, I was like, Butcher, I think I know what all your parts look like
Oh,
now.
shit.
So,
You're like, I gotta hit rewind to make sure
so what would you like rate this show?
the show. I would rate it pretty good, maybe like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's up.
There is a lot of shows that I would say that would be like the top tier for me, like for like Fallout,
Last of Us.
The Last of Us, The Walking Dead at the beginning, kind of some of that.
Kind of died down. They were going too much with it. Yeah.
The Walking Dead at the beginning when they came out. As far as series, do you know what series that I want to rewatch is Game of Thrones? Did you ever watch Game
I
of
didn't
Thrones?
even watch
Yeah.
it. People were telling me to watch, but it's just too much. Like there's
There
too
is
many.
a lot of episodes, yeah. And when I saw it when the last season was coming out.
Mhm.
So I got to watch all the episodes up until the last season, and I had to wait I forgot it was like every other week or something, or every
Yeah.
week a new episode would come out. I would consider those as like the top
tier.
the top tier as far as like shows, and I feel like this one would be up there with it. Yeah.
I could see that.
Like it would probably be the last one in the line because there is a lot of things that I was like, all right, that's too much for
Yeah.
for a
You're
show.
like, that's enough.
Yeah, like, and
That's
it's
enough.
like it's not a show that you can watch like with family.
No.
It's like you gotta watch this shit by yourself.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree because it's like a lot of like nude scenes.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot
shit.
of nudity. There's a lot of
Yep.
freaking. There's like grape insinuations. There's freaking. There's a lot of stuff that you're not expecting to see just on like media in general.
And just like The Witcher, I feel like they could have, if they would have kept Henry Cavill, in the beginning was good. I haven't
Yeah.
seen how it is now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the other seasons, but The Witcher was good in the beginning. It was really nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would give it like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I would give it
Yeah.
like a 9 out of 10 too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's up there with like The Last of Us, Fallout.
Yeah, it is with with the top shows.
Well,
Like
top- yeah.
it has enough excitement. There's not a lot of like what I would consider like filler episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's a lot of like story driven through every
yeah.
episode.
Mhm.
Because I noticed a lot of shows also when they kind of start running out of like their story,
And then they just start throwing random
they start
shit.
throwing fillers in for like a side character that like, well, I didn't
Like,
really
I
care
didn't
about
want to
this
watch that
character.
one. Yeah.
And then you're like, well, I'm gonna skip this episode and wait until next week
Yeah,
to watch
yeah.
the next one. I feel like this show didn't do any of that.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so too.
And obviously, other than all like the fucking
The nudity
bare
and,
asses and freaking
and-
cock and balls and
people shrinking into
yeah,
it to get into your butt
yeah,
and shit.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I would definitely rate it. Just watch it by yourself.
Yeah.
Don't watch it with someone
Yeah.
else.
Don't watch it with your parents. You know, you
watch it
wanna-
with your significant other. I
Yeah,
guess.
watch it with your grandparents.
Yeah, watch it with your kids.
Yeah, watch it with the kids. No,
Watch
but
it
it's
with your
that's something
5-year-old.
we do recommend if you guys have something completely different from any Marvel movie. You know, it's a superhero for those like superheroes. It's funny. You know, like I
Yeah.
said, there's nudity and stuff like that. But overall, it has its own thing. You know, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. You know, it's like we would say we recommend you guys watch it. If you guys haven't, go check it out and then let us know what you guys think. If it's
Yeah.
not something and you guys think, when you know, it's not for everybody.
They watch the first episode. They're like,
Go
oh,
watch-
what the
go
fuck?
watch
Hell
DC
nah.
movies and
yeah,
Marvel
go watch
movies
the
instead.
DC. I mean, I'm all for like darker takes
Yeah.
on movies. That's why specifically like another show that I would consider top tier, Andor.
Oh yeah,
Andor.
yeah.
Yeah, they a very dark take on Star Wars,
Star
which
Wars.
is something that
And you don't even see that.
yeah, you
Mhm.
don't see that in any of the shows
Yep.
or any of the movies in general, and that's something that I in the future when I got more money, when I win the lottery, I want to shoot something Star Wars, but a darker take,
Yeah.
something gritty, something like you see freaking Delta Force
That'd be pretty
invading
badass.
Iraq or something like that, like with like some clones or something. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool to watch.
but yeah, I'm all for darker takes on stuff and something. It's a new twist on something that has been done a whole bunch of times.
Yep.
Specifically with Marvel, they're like, oh, we're gonna do Marvel, we're gonna do it our way, kind of thing.
And you're like, okay.
And yeah, so I mean, they did it, and the show has gotten good reviews too.
Mhm.
I have seen some of the reviews saying that some of the nudity and some of the sex scenes are too much.
Yeah.
That that the story can go without it, but it's part of like the character of like the show.
Yeah.
It's like once you put it in the first season, you can't really take it out later
Yeah,
on.
it might
'cause
as well just add it on to something.
it has to be continued because
Continue,
that's the
'cause then-
style of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, it's definitely, I would recommend it. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Maybe 8.5 out of 10.
I'll keep it at 9.
It's too gay for me.
You're like, I don't like watching that. You're like, I'm just good with the story.
I don't like stuff that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
And
true,
I'm like kind
true.
of shifting in my seat. I'm like, oh.
You're like, skip.
I gotta skip this scene.
Yeah. Fast forward to the
Yeah, I
episode.
skipped too far and I gotta go back 10 seconds. I'm like, oh, I still
Oh,
have something.
fuck. It's still going?
Yeah, it's still going, bro. And then I can't watch this shit at work, and I can't watch.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it by
you
myself.
don't want to get reported to HR.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, dude, watching porn.
Yeah,
in
we
the
need to
break
talk to
room.
him.
Yeah,
We need to stop
Yeah.
having watch those videos.
yeah, but yeah, watch The Boys. There's a lot of episodes.
Check
No,
it
it's
out.
not that many. There's
No,
like
but-
8 to 10 episodes a season.
It's something to
Yeah.
watch if you have nothing else to watch.
Yeah, by
Check it out.
yourself. Don't watch it with your family.
Yeah.
And then also watch the Blue Room podcast. Watch the other review rooms.
Yes, yes.
Watch the Monkeys episode because that one for some reason popped off. I don't know why.
People
you guys
wanted to
like
watch
monkeys.
People wanna watch monkeys.
They want to. They want to watch Noah going. Oh.
What does that guy say? He goes,
what a
"Oh,
wonderful day."
I remember that one.
Yeah,
That
I
was
know,
good.
that popped off for some reason.
Yeah, so go check it out,
watch
guys.
Yeah, go watch the regular Blue Room podcast. We're still in the same room.
Yeah.
Just with the
Just
other
with the
boys,
other- yeah.
with the real boys,
With the real boys. Today it's
yeah.
just me and Eric.
Yeah, watch. Keep an eye out for.
Knock knock.
I blanked out. Keep an eye out for Halloween episodes.
Yes. Oh, that's what
coming
you
out.
meant. I thought you were talking
Our
about like knock knock.
Halloween special coming out.
Yes, and I know you
Yeah.
guys are looking forward to some
Yeah.
Halloween. I know you guys out there are
Yeah.
the Halloween themed people. So
Yeah, we're gonna do some spooky stories.
Mhm.
We're gonna do some ghost stories. We're
Yep.
gonna do. I found a page where we have some good campfire stories. We're gonna set up a little. I'm saying too much.
I know.
Yeah, but
Spoiler,
we'll
spoiler.
save it. There's gonna be a lot more episodes coming out during that
Yeah.
time. So keep an eye out for all those episodes. Don't get bored of them.
I know.
It's not a lot of the same thing.
And
Well,
please,
maybe we have the same kind of style of comedy. Everyone's like, we're over the shit.
like that's enough.
Yeah.
But make sure check it out and like and subscribe and just give us a follow, guys.
Yeah, keep an eye out for the Blue Room porno.
Oh, I don't know about that. I for sure will not be on that one.
It's gonna be Joel and
Nah,
Rashad.
Lionel.
And we're gonna do guest starring Lionel.
Oh,
He's the one that's gonna come in and like, oh, what's happening? Oh, I
like,
guess I gotta join.
Oh, they're stuck. Let me help you guys.
let me join in.
No,
like,
like-
there's another hole available.
I'm like, yeah, I'm tired. Tap it out,
Yeah,
guys.
tap
Go
out.
with Rashad.
They're like, no, it turns into this kind of movie though. It turns into a boys.
Hey, all the
kind
doors
of,
like locked.
yeah.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
keep watching, guys. Stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Take care, guys.
See ya.